Approaching 6:49 back here. I'm Brennan Summers from News 8. Your top stories in our Smart Start. Tinseltown and Gates plans to reopen today after it shut down early last night following a bit of a chaotic scene. Police tell us despite large crowds there at the theater, no one was injured, adding this was mostly unsupervised teenagers. Yesterday was National Cinema Day, by the way, where you could see a movie for just $4, and that brought in a lot of crowds. Police say the teens were being loud during the movies, going theater to theater. The Cinemark and officers made the decision to evacuate the property a few hours later. The Home Depot nearby also closed early as there were police cars posted in front of the Tops and Dollar Tree as well. We'll keep following up on this. See if we can get another statement from Tinseltown and Cinemark. We'll keep you updated. Happening this morning, 2 young suspects arrested in connection to a weekend homicide are due in court for their arraignment. Police tell us 18-year-old Navier Stewart and 19-year-old Tyler Arroyo were arrested in connection to a deadly drive-by shooting from Saturday. That shooting early in the morning happened at a gas station on Dewey Avenue. The victim, 28-year-old Javante Huff, died at the hospital. Police say there was a fight. A car left the scene and came back. People inside were firing at the crowd. They don't believe Huff was the intended target. Stewart and Arroyo are both charged with second-degree murder, among other offenses. A 14-year-old boy is recovering after another shooting in the city. This one happened Saturday night just before 9 on Columbia Avenue. That victim is expected to survive. If you have any leads that can help with this investigation, you're asked to please call 911. The sheriff's office in Jacksonville, Florida has released new disturbing surveillance footage from Saturday's deadly shooting at a Dollar General and what authorities are calling a racist attack. The sheriff says the gunman, 21-year-old Ryan Palmetto, left behind racist writings before carrying out the shooting spree that killed 3 black people. The gunman died by suicide. At least 3 U.S. Marines were killed and several more critically injured Sunday when their Osprey aircraft crashed on a remote island in Australia during military exercises involving multiple countries. The aircraft, similar to these, went down seconds after the pilot radioed an emergency. In a statement, the Marines say recovery efforts are ongoing and the cause of that chopper crash remains under investigation. Sunrise traffic here at 6:51. We've been looking okay out on the main expressways, and same goes for right now. We have no new accidents to tell you about, so let's keep it that way as you're headed out. We will check sunrise traffic again at 7:25 when we see you during CBS Mornings. To issues around a new vape product looking similar to school supplies, raising some concerns. High Life Vape's product is designed to look just like regular highlighters. According to the company's Instagram page, it offers multiple flavors, and that's an issue, according to Dr. Stephen Cook from Golisano Children's Hospital, as a recent CDC study finds more than 2.5 million students in high school and middle schools around the country report current or past e-cig use.
The fact that they're smaller and flavored and stuff tells you that industry isn't trying to help us. Nicotine still is a very strong stimulant and addictive chemical, and the teen brain is more susceptible to getting hooked and getting addicted to nicotine.
Cook adds if teens are using these devices to help, there are plenty of local programs out there for support. For more about that, if your child is involved, you can head to our website, rochesterfirst.com. A community group is working to help teachers turn around and help their students. That is Jewish Family Services of Rochester, which runs the Pencils and Papers program. This is a donation-based school supply center, serving educators working in schools with a poverty rate of 50% or greater. When teachers shop there, they can walk away with nearly $1,400 worth of material for the classroom. The head of JFS explains why this is so important to so many kids.
We believe that school supplies are an essential necessity for life, an essential necessity for learning, and we are really happy to be able to distribute these supplies so that that is not an impediment to students who may be facing other forms of hardship.
Pencils and Paper program is expected to serve 1,000 teachers from more than 80 of our schools. Those supplies will help about 24,000 students. Tributes continue to pour in this morning following word of the passing of Bob Barker. The great iconic longtime Price is Right host died Saturday at the age of 99. While he spent more than 50 years hosting game shows, he was also a big animal rights activist, testifying in Washington at times on the plight of captive elephants. Sabres fans all over Western New York shared an emotional night remembering the man behind the mic, Rick Jeanneret. They got together at KeyBank Center Sunday. The place's voice once echoed for decades. Notes sharing thanks and reminiscing some of RJ's legendary calls were put near his initials. And inside the arena, a sea of blue and gold. As Sabres alumni, broadcasters, and fans got together to honor RJ, reflecting on what it meant and how it felt to hear all of his calls.
Even games that I coach and listen to the game back, you listen to the game, you don't think you play very well. By the time I listen to RJ, usually we played a pretty good game, so I felt a lot better about it. Did you hear RJ's call? Did you hear the call on that play, or that goal, or that penalty? It was an unbelievable presence that you felt when you listened to a lot of his calls.
Of note, through Friday, the Sabres will keep airing several classic games on MSG in honor of RJ, if you want to listen. To the NFL, preseason is done, and for the Bills, the focus is now on cutdown day. One of the worst days for a lot of players league-wide, as more than 1,000 will lose their jobs coming up tomorrow. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, all 32 teams need to cut it down to a 53-man roster. On Buffalo Kickoff Live Saturday, the GM Brandon Beane explained how hard this is.
This business, it is a business and it's hard, but you appreciate these guys. Some of these guys have been here for more than 1 year. Some have been here all off season, and you've seen how hard they've worked. And sometimes it's just, one guy beats them out, and it can be so close, and they feel they've done enough. So those are tough conversations, but again, part of the business. Hopefully the ones that we want back, we can at least get back to practice squad.
It'll be so tough. Some of their dreams will end there. Some will keep it going, and we'll have coverage coming up tomorrow. The weather for this Monday, Liam, 51 to start.
Yeah, cool start to the day, but as that sun continues to rise, we'll at least see a gradual warm up back into the mid-70s there. I do think there is the risk of a few isolated storms, particularly through the Finger Lakes as we start to head towards that second half of the day there. And just to keep in mind here, we have seen a lot of rain this summer. Now, meteorological summer goes from June 1st to the end of August here, so we still got a couple days to go, but already at our 4th wettest. And of course, with our wettest July ever, it's not too surprising. We'll see how much more we can add on to that. I'm not sure how much, though, Rochester's going to end up seeing. I think it'd stay more to the east of the Finger Lakes, not just today, but also tomorrow. Wednesday, I think, will be the best chance for Rochester to see some rain as that lake effect machine begins to kick up. Believe it or not, it's sneaking up on us real fast.
And then Labor Day weekend, into the 80s for a summer send-off.
One little tease there as we round out summer here.
All right, thank you, Liam. CBS Mornings coming your way next. Have a great Monday, everybody.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.